Her skin showed a nice summer tan, the highlights in her hair just as natural as her twin brother's. Her head was turned ever so slightly to the left so I could see the outline of her cheek. My gaze darted to him. His head turned the same, and his face was identical, except it was just a little bigger and a little sharper. Like picking up a clueless kitten that was stubbornly sauntering in the wrong direction, I forced my gaze back to the girl. She really was pretty. A thin gold necklace against the tanned skin struck me as a perfect combination. She was meant for nothing less than gold. Monsignor O'Connor moved on to the Eucharistic prayer, turning bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ. I wondered if I should introduce myself to her later. In an instant, moments that had not yet happened played out before my eyes. I saw myself walking up to her in a moment when she stood alone after the Mass. I saw us sharing a laugh, although I hadn't come up with a good joke yet. I saw us drinking wine with the view of the entire New York City skyline. I saw myself escorting her back home just a little before the hour that her father had given us. Our families would meet for a Sunday lunch, and it would be the first time her brother and I officially met. I would shake his hand firmly to show I was no wuss. We would look into each other's eyes with a small amount of animosity that was attached to the unspoken knowledge of what his sister and I meant to do. Later, when she and I were alone, I would look at her under the soft light of the full moon, and she would look a little like him, only less. And I would tell myself she was almost perfect. And I would tell myself this was good. This was a good way to settle things. I would, for the most part, be happy, and I would, for all the parts, be relieved. Some temptations of the youth were unspoken of or merely hinted at. Some troubles were simply a normal part of becoming a responsible grown-up. Conquering them was like a rite of passage into adulthood. The bread and wine were offered to those in the first row, and I lost my breath. The twin brother's lips parted, and the body of Christ rested on his tongue. The edge of the wine cup pressed against his lips made him tip his head back. He drank, his Adam's apple bobbed, and he pulled away from the cup. My gaze remained solidly on him as he allowed himself a small smile. Then his head turned away, and my gaze lingered on his slender neck. I never remembered to look at her. After, I told myself I would be more careful next Sunday. I told myself I would remember to look at her, catch her gaze, and strike up a conversation. It didn't need to happen today. We had plenty of time to start this slow and steady thing others might call love. Although I was aware, to some small degree in the back of my mind, that my hopes rose high because he would sometimes be around, I knew that a life with her was absolutely possible. I knew it would be good, too. It would be exactly what someone like me needed. A life of peace and quiet, a life of silence and privacy, a life without too much excitement and without unnecessary questions. I could have that with her, or some other nice girl from the church. Some hope in me lingered it would be her, but I knew it was much, much smarter for the ultimate pick to have no brothers whatsoever, or cousins, or dads, or uncles. That was how I could ensure a life of peace for myself.